Hello everyone, my name is Emmanuel Andre. In this video, I will present about communicative test design. Let's begin. Okay, for the outline, the first I will talk about introduction to communicative test design. Number 2, key components of communicative test design. Number 3, types of communicative test. Number 4, benefits of communicative test design. And number 5, challenge in communicative test design. And then number last, strategies to implement communicative testing. Okay, the definition: communicative test design refers to creating assessment that evaluate a learner's ability to use language effectively in real-world communication settings. And for the importance, this approach ensures that language tests measure practical communication skills rather than just knowledge of grammar and vocabulary. And then, key components of communicative test design. The first, authenticity, incorporating real-world context and tasks in assessment. Number 2, interaction, designing tests that assess the ability to interact and respond to others. Number 3, functional language use, focusing on the practical application of language skills. And then number 4, test-based evaluation, using tasks that simulate actual communicative situations. The next is types of communicative tasks. The first is role play, simulated interaction that assess speaking and listening skills. And then the next is interviews, structure interaction to evaluate conversational ability. The next, information gaps, tasks where learners exchange information to complete an activity. And the last, writing task, assessing written communication through realistic prompts like emails or reports. Okay, the next is benefits of communicative test design. The first is enhanced language proficiency. By focusing on real-world language use, communicative tests help learners improve practical skills rather than just memorizing rules. And then the next is improve learner motivation. Realistic and engaging tasks encourage students as they see the relevance to actual communication needs. And then the next is better learning outcomes. This approach assesses skills that learners can directly apply, leading to more effective language learning. And then the last, more comprehensive evaluation. Communicative tests evaluate multiple dimensions, such as speaking, listening, and interaction, offering a fuller picture of language ability. Okay, the next is challenge in communicative test designs. The first is research intensive. Designing, administering, and scoring these tests can require significant time and resources. The next is subjectivity in scoring. Open-ended tasks can lead to varied interpretation, making consistent scoring challenging. The next is cultural bias. Tasks may include scenarios that are more familiar to some test takers than others, affecting fairness. And then the last is complexity in design. Crafting authentic and effective communicative tests requires careful planning to balance real-world relevance with assessment standard. Okay, the next is strategies to implement communicative testing. The first is use realistic scenarios. Design tasks that closely mirror real-life communication situations to assess practical skills. The next is incorporate pair or group work. Testing interaction through group or partner activities helps grow social language skills. The next is focus on practical language goals. Assess functional language, not just knowledge. And then last is train assessor. To ensure fair grading, train assessors on standardized scoring methods for communicative tests. Okay, I think that's all for the part 1. I will next to the part 2. Okay, for the part 2, I will present both C-test. For the text 1, there is 45 blank words, and then you must fill in the blank correct words. And for the text 2, there is 45 questions, and then same like text 1, you must fill in the blank the correct answer. This is the key answer for the text 1, and this is the key answer for the text 2. Okay, for the scoring guide, I choose exact word method. Okay, for the first correctly restored word get 1 point, and then incorrect or partially restored word get 0 point, and then last, no partial credit will be given, only fully correct restoration will be scored. For the scoring, total point of all the text 1 and text 2 is 90 point. Text 1 45 point, text 2 45 point. For the grading, for the correct answer 75 until 90, you will get grade A. 60 until 74, grade B. 50 until 59, grade C. And 40 until 49, grade D. And last, 0 until 39, grade E. Okay, for the justification, I will be explain the justification about why I choose the C-test as my method for assessing language proficiency. Why I choose this text? For the first language level, the texts I'll select are ideal for intermediate language learners. They use accessible language with clear sentence and familiar vocabulary that match daily activities. This makes them both practical and engaging, helping learners stay motivated. And then next, these texts cover familiar terms like daily routines and health. This encourages learners to apply what they learn in real-life situations. Plus, these terms help reinforce vocabulary and grammar that are useful in everyday contexts. Okay, for the advantage of the C-test, the first is efficient assessment. The C-test is quick but through covering multiple language skills, including vocabulary, grammar, and comprehension in a short time. And then the next, authentic context. In the C-test, learners fill in missing part of words, which makes them interact with the text in a way that feels natural. This helps them process language more authentically, and as they have to understand the context to succeed. And then next, objective scoring. Scoring a C-test is straightforward and less subjective than other methods. This means it's fair and faster to grade, especially when compared to tests that involve open-ended response. And then for the advantage of the C-test compared to other methods. The first, C-test versus cloze test. In a cloze test, learners fill in entire missing words, which sometimes allows educated guesses without full understanding. With the C-test, however, they complete part of words, so guessing is not easy. This makes it a more accurate way to assess the grasp of vocabulary, grammar, and context. And then the next, C-test versus multiple choice question. Unlike multiple choice question, which may isolate skills and allow for guessing, the C-test require active engagement with the text. Learners demonstrate their understanding by filling in blanks within sentence, which provides a more authentic picture of their language ability. Okay, number three is C-test versus open-ended writing. The C-test is quicker and more objective to grade than open-ended writing tests, which can be time-consuming and sometimes subjective. The C-test provides a standardized way to assess vocabulary and grammar without requiring extensive grading time. Okay, I think that's all for my presentation about C-test. Thank you for listening.